There has been a recent update, a significant update for bookbolt, or for those that use bookbolt for their KDP or their book creation process. Now previously there was bookbolt Designer, which I used for my book cover designs and also to format them correctly, but bookbolt Studio is taking over the former bookbolt design. So I want to show you a few key features of the bookbolt Studio so you're familiar with how to use some of the key or the basic components of it. Now I'm still getting used to the bookbolt Studio myself, but I think that if I can show you some key features of it, then that's going to help you in the long term, and then you can just invest some more time to get used to some of those important features that might help you even more with your book creation. So let me jump onto my dashboard now of bookbolt. If you did want to get bookbolt and use it for your tool as a software designer for your books in the future, then make sure you check out the links below. There is a discount that you can get by using my link. It is an affiliate link, but with the discount, it certainly makes it worthwhile and you won't be paying any more for using that link. So I'd appreciate that. So let me jump onto bookbolt now, and I'll show you through the new bookbolt Studio, and I'll even give an example of creating a book cover and even the interior using bookbolt Studio. So let's jump on there now. So once you've logged into bookbolt, then what you need to do is go up to the spot just here and go to bookbolt Studio. Now if you haven't got bookbolt, just make sure you check out the description below, and bookbolt will help you with product search or research. You can do a lot of different there's lots of different tools you can use on this platform, and you can do seller search, you can do cloud search, so you can actually, with the cloud search, you can actually put in different keywords, which will then do a search of the top 100 books, BSR range, etc. There's a lot of different things here. Book Scout, that will actually allow you to tap into a competitor's book by using the ASIN number, and it will provide you with 25 lookups for the whole day. Anyway, that's beside the fact. Let's get onto bookbolt Studio. So you can go straight up here and go to bookbolt Studio. Now I'll have to log in again just here. Actually, I don't have to. I logged in before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a brand new project. Now I do have a book that I'm going to show you the process, and this is a book that I use for a course. It's just a mock-up book, but I just think it'll help you to explain what's going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to delete this project. I'm going to start from scratch. So we go to new project. For this one, I'm just going to do the paperback cover, but we could do cover and interior. So that means you can actually upload your interior as well. So when it saves the cover as a PDF and the interior as a PDF. So you can upload it straight through to KDP. But let's just do the paperback cover to begin with, to give you a bit of an overview. Let's call it Ollie and Ted Adventure Paperback. Now this book is a 8.5 by 8.5, so it's a square children's picture storybook. It is actually premium in color interior. Why do they ask that? Well, it can determine the thickness, therefore the different size dimensions of your paperback or cover. So you just need to choose what's appropriate for you. I'm choosing premium, and it is 30 pages. So let's create project. What this will do is provide you with the actual template. So you can reduce the template so you can see it, or you can fade it right out. For the moment, let's just keep it open like this. And what I now need to do is upload the illustrate or the covers. So I might have created these somewhere else. I might have created them on Canva, or you might have created them on a different software platform. You just need to make sure they're available in JPEG or PNG format. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to upload the image. So I go to here, I'm going to go back a couple, and these are my files. So I'm going to do the front, I'm going to do back cover. So just copy both, open, and both of these should open up in a second. There's the back cover, and there's the front cover. So what I now need to do is I'll go back, and let's just do one at a time. So let's click this one, and it'll appear in a moment. So it covers this area here. One thing you might like to do is to create a background color, what they call the paper color. We'll do that in a moment, but what I suggest you do is you need to stretch it so it goes to the edges. And if it's already on the edge there, you can just stretch it down here. What you do need to be careful of is that you don't have any writing that goes past this green line that runs around here. That is the cutoff line, so make sure you do not have any writing over that. Then we need to make sure that the back cover doesn't cover the barcode area just here as well. So what we're going to do now is go to the back cover, which is this one right here. It'll go there, so we're just going to drag it across. And you can, what they call snap, you can allow snaps, so it snaps into place around these lines if you want to. I like it to do that. So what I'm going to now do is stretch it. And what we're going to do is stretch it down. I want it to go all the way to the end. And all the way to the end. You're just going to make sure the writing again, there's the spine right down the middle. And I'm just going to lift it up a little bit, just so it's that little fluoro green line there is right on the border. This one might need to go a tiny bit higher because you don't want to see it. It's probably just there a little bit. I can see the edge there still. So it's best just to go a little bit over. And you can see here how I need to bring that close to the thing, to the edge. Now I can bring this nice and close so I can get it perfect if I want to. And the same with this one. I can bring this so it's right there and right there. You can see how it's now on the spot. Now what I need to do is bring this back, and I need to get the paper color. So if I go to, where is it? I'll go back again. I'm going to click here. That's the brush color. I'm just trying to find the paper color. What we might do is, I might move this across a bit. So let's go through each of these. That is for adding extra headings. So I'm going to go to the exit drawing, and the paper color is what's behind here. So you can see the cover template. So we're going to hide the cover template now, and the paper color, I want to be this sort of orange beachy color. So I get what they call the pipette, and I'm going to push that, and I'm going to hold over the color that I want. And see, when I did that, it now fills in the spine with the same color as the sand. And you can see how it is appearing up here. So I want to get rid of that around the border, and I can't see any now, I don't think. It all appears to be fine. I'll do one last check with the writing to make sure that it's not going over that green line. So you can see the green line runs across. It doesn't, the ollie doesn't go past that green line. The same there. Now, that all is good. What I need to, as I said, what I need to make sure I do is get rid of the cover template. So I've hidden the cover template, or you can fade it right out. And I'm now going to save this as a PDF, which is going to be suitable for uploading to Amazon KDP. So I go to Project, and I'm going to download it as a CMYK. That's for professional printing. So I pick Download. Now it says queued 278. Now it just depends on the time of the day that you do this. I sometimes get it instant, but there's obviously a lot of people doing this right now. So I'm going to pause this until it downloads for me. And now it since I paused it was maybe 30 seconds, and it is now downloaded. So what I need to now do is I can click on down here, and it will go and show me the paperback. So let's have a look at this paperback now. And see how if we look around, we might reduce this a little bit. We've got the spine. So you can either have that in the sand color or the blue color. I'm quite happy for the spine to be like that. And it is looking really, really good. So that would be the cover that I would use for Amazon KDP. So what I would do is go back and I would just cut that, or actually what you need to do, because this is in a compressed version, you need to extract it. So I would normally just cut it and then go and paste it in the file that you want, which will then extract it and you can use it. So you can't just use it straight from here. Make sure you extract it or cut it and paste it in another file. So that's how you get your paperback for the bookbolt. Now, if we were looking at doing the interior, you can also do that. So if we went to project and we went to new project, I could do a hardcover, but if I did a hardcover, there are only limits on what the hardcover is. So I've got an 8.5 by 8.5, but at this current time, Amazon KDP doesn't provide me with an 8.5 by 8.5 option. So that's where it becomes a little bit tricky. Therefore, if you are planning on creating a hardback book and only putting it onto Amazon KDP, then it is worthwhile checking out these 5 different sizes. So then if it was a 6x9, you could do a paperback in 6x9 and a hardback in 6x9. It's very easy to convert. But for me, I will have to use another platform like Ingram Spark to upload my hardback, and then I can link them on Amazon KDP. So that's the only challenge if you're doing a hardback and a paperback and the KDP doesn't permit the size for you. So we're not going to do the hardback for this, but what I will do is do the cover and interior. We're doing this book's bleed. We're doing the premium color. So let's do paperback and interior. And let's create the project. And notice how it's now got pages here. And I can upload my pages from a PDF I created in Canva if I wanted to. Now, sort of defeats the purpose because I've already created my, if I go back, let me go back into the file. So I've just jumped on now. So if I go to the paperback, I've already created the PDF version already for the interior in Canva. So if I go back here, I've already created that. So I wouldn't need to use bookbolt. But if you had individual pages that you wanted to create into an interior, then you would click here and then you would simply upload the picture. So you would go upload image and then you could add it. See, I could upload the whole PDF file if I wanted to. So I would choose the PDF and I would go to the paperback and I would do this one and I would open that one, and then it will give me the options here. So is it a paperback interior or a hardcover interior? So I'm going to choose, once it uploads, I'm going to choose the paperback interior. So I'll just wait for this to upload, and it tells me there's 38 pages, and I select paperback interior and bleed because it means that the picture's extending all the way to the end. And I submit. Now what this will do is extract and load up all of these pages and even create a subfolder for it to sit in. So it's nice and easy to do. So I will wait for this to extract all the pages. And this is almost done. So it's now extracting, it's cutting the margins, and this will be ready in probably 60 seconds or less. And then the final thing it does as it's extracting is just saving the files. So this will usually take around about 15 seconds or thereabouts. And then it extracts them all for me. So what I can then do, if I close this down, if I go to, I've got the cover, but if I go to, if I've got the cover there, I can do the cover, which I've just done before. But if I wanted to add the interior pages, I would then click here, click on the actual page, click on the picture, then I go to this subfolder, which has then got them all. So if I went to page 1, then that would put it up there, and I can move this around. If I go to, okay, just wait for it to auto save and save here. And then what I need to do is go to page number 2, which is just here, and I click on that one, and I'll go there again, go to the subfolder, and I'll click on page number 2, and then that brings up that one as well. So we wait for that to save. It's going to have it on auto save. And so what you do is just keep adding all these along. Not sure why that didn't save just there. Let's try it again. So I'll go to the picture, go to the subfolder. This is page number 2, I believe it is. And then we just save it. And you'll see it come up. There we are. Page number 1 was the same. Click on that. Subfolder. That's page number 1. Actually, page number 1 is that one. So I made an error there. I need to make sure that I get them in order. And that is how you can do that. And then you save it. And that will go in there. So if I wanted to, I could extend it all the way to the edges. And then that will automatically save. So if you save it, just make sure you keep saving it. And you keep adding your pictures all the way through, or your manuscript all the way through until you've had it all done, and then you can save the project. So that's how you can do that method of doing a paperback and the interiors. My preference is to use it for the paperback and the hardback covers, but I can see why it's going to be so good to use for the interiors as well. But if we go back to the different projects, so if we go to my projects, it'll save them here. So let's just go back to the paperback, and we can change things around. Just say you didn't have your illustrations already there or your pictures already there, then you can add your different headings. You can do different shapes, you can add it. So if we didn't have these here at all, and we wanted to add our own title, then we can do that. We can add the different shapes we want to. It's a little bit more clunky that I find to do it. I prefer to use Canva for my cover designs, but that's not to say that if you wanted to, you could do a great job with doing all the different options with Book Studio, which is now offering all these features. So let's get out of here, and I'll finish up by just cancelling all this information here. Let's go back, and I don't want to save this, so we're going to go back, undo it all, which you can do it this way, and then I can save it. So I've got that still there. If we have a quick look here, you can, if you right click, you've got different options here as well on your mouse that you can duplicate. You can bring pictures to the front. If we go to the page, you can export different things. You can edit. There's different settings that you can lock in, and you can go to the keyboard. There are many different features that you can use on bookbolt Studio. So I recommend you have a play around with it. But what I love is that it will create that template for you based on your calculations of your book with the size and the page numbers. It'll give you the template. You can then create it here. You can then add different special effects. You can adjust the images. You can change that background color if you want to. Just make sure you get rid of the template in the end. But that's a quick little wrap or a quick little look at bookbolt Studio. And it is going to be a fantastic feature that you can use for the creation of your book covers, and knowing that you're not going to get rejections as well when you send them through to Amazon KDP, which I faced initially too. And that was just a sneak preview of the new bookbolt Studio that's replacing the bookbolt Designer. I hope you got some value from it. There are so many things you can do with that platform, and it's my go-to when I'm creating my book covers. I just know that if I create it on bookbolt, then I'm not going to get rejections, which I first suffered a lot of when I first started my journey on Amazon KDP. But since using bookbolt, it's just been sensational. So hopefully that information helps you. Hopefully get a good start on bookbolt Studio. You can start to experiment with a few different things and even convert some of your paperbacks into hardback if it's going to be suitable for those particular books. So thanks very much for watching. And remember, if you do want to purchase bookbolt and you don't currently have it, just reference my link below and get your discount as well. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.